And here we have the Hunt with Iron Mike Tyson. How do you like that? We'll call him Sid.
You little fuck nugget.
Oh, you've been throwing the dust out. I spent all day trying to get it in there. Well, if you're gonna blow it, why don't you blow me? Ah! I shit all over it with this.
I almost wonder if Glitch Gremlin had a deal with game companies to sell you all kinds of cleaning devices that you need. I mean, you really need this to clean out a game? Your ass! I'll show you how to clean these fuckers out.
Oh, not the...
Of course, some glitches can happen because of programming errors and can be triggered on command. So for those who want to be a Glitch Gremlin yourself, here's a trick you can try at home. In Mega Man 2, go to the man stage. Make sure you're equipped with item number. Now it's time to fight him, but instead, let's surprise the fuck out of him. Use item 1 to touch the door and see what happens. Wow, have you ever wondered what it would look like if the Airman stage and Dr. Wily stage part 2 got thrown together in a blender? Speaking of Mega Man, I had a unique experience with the 5th game. It happened a long time ago, and I doubt it will ever happen again. Fortunately, I have the evidence recorded on a VHS tape. It was a long night, and I was hell-bent on finishing the game. I made it to one of the final bosses. Under normal circumstances, I should have been able to see the giant pieces that fly out from the robot's body and been able to use them as platforms. But the Glitch Gremlin was playing dirty that night. He knew I made it far, and that there was no continue code for this late in the game. This was my first time trying to beat Mega Man 5. So imagine my confusion when I kept getting struck by invisible objects. The platforms were invisible, but they appeared to be stationary on the robot. Just an illusion, graphical dummies meant to fool me and sabotage my entire night's effort. My only option was to reset the game, but I couldn't accept that, so I pushed on. I kept jumping at the air blindly. 9 times out of 10 I'd get hit. Finally, after much patience, I got the invisible pattern down and was able to destroy the boss. And that was a great moment in nerd history.
That's impossible. I've never seen anything like it.
I should get a gold medal. Sometimes, but that was only the beginning. If you went past the exit, you ended up in a warp zone where you could skip to different worlds. But then, somebody who had way too much time on their hands found out that if you break some of the blocks and perform a very specific jump, you could actually slide through the wall. This still takes you to the warp zone just the same. Unless you don't walk too far. If you jump into the first pipe right away, it takes you to world -1. Well, it's just an underwater world that repeats in an endless loop. There's also an interesting thing known as the double death. If you die on a Hammer Brother, try pausing and unpausing. Let's check out Mario 2. This game is so much fun. Lifting enemies over your head and slamming them into one another, so cool. Fuck them up. Whoa, what happened? Let's try that again. Oh! I love these POW blocks. They wipe out all living creatures in sight. There's that classic trick where you go in that little dark world, you pick one up and wait for time to run out. And now you have twice the POW. It's doomsday for this place. Oh no, it changes gravity! The destructive force of the POW block is so intense, the rest of the game can't handle it. Turtle shells and different objects fly on objects. What happened? Where'd the bomb go? It like now there was no one. Ba-bomb! Mass face, demonic possession, and air walking. Get to the goal. Instead of jumping up like normal, you release Yoshi in midair. The screen is still fixated on where Yoshi was, and you can only see Mario's legs. But that's only the beginning. Wow, the stability of all the colors in this world depend on Mario and Yoshi making that jump correctly. For some reason, gamers enjoy finding these kind of glitches. Maybe it's because we take pride in finding flaws that the programmers overlooked, or maybe it's just because we like playing outside the rules, to go exploring. Well, for the boldest of explorers, there's Mountain King on the Atari 2600. Getting tired of the same old platforms and ladders, wouldn't you like to go to a whole new higher level of gameplay, literally? By performing a very specific jump, you can launch the character higher than usual. Then you have to land on a very specific spot. If you're 1 pixel off, it doesn't work. And sometimes it doesn't work anyway. You have to keep holding the joystick in the direction you're jumping and release it at the precise moment. Now, welcome to Glitch Heaven, a vast world without logic, a place not only of sight and sound, but of mind. By playing with all the switches on the Atari console, you can cause the layout to change. You can also plug different controllers into the second port, like the paddles or even the keypad. You can even try the ColecoVision controller or Sega Genesis. It's like a mad scientist experiment.